Hi guys, I'm here to share with you some must-practice tips for beginners and intermediates. I'm actually a professional sax player who got really sick last year with a disease called myasthenia gravis, which literally means extremely weak muscles. So I had suffered respiratory failure a couple of years back, and wasn't able to play saxophone for a couple of years. Had to rehabilitate my breathing, my upper respiratory, as well as my speaking, and now I'm working on my fingers and reconnecting my head knowledge of the scales and the chords with playing. So I'm here to share with you some new insights that I sort of developed out of sheer urgency, because now with this disease, your end goal here for those who are, you have that one tune that you can, your first tune that you could play, and if it's Happy Birthday or Star Spangled Banner, guess what? You are going to have to play in all 12 keys if you are going to really level up from that. All 12 keys is your goal. And how to get to all 12 keys, I know this is standard. Everybody knows they got to go through this, a circle of fifths. It's the easiest way to get to all 12 keys. And you're asking yourself, why is this really necessary? And it's necessary because if you want to play Mary Had a Little Lamb in all 12 keys, in the easiest and fastest way possible, you'll have to invest, especially in this stage, a vast amount of time in understanding all the major keys, and when you get to a song with minor, and you will, all the minor keys, and circle of fifths, which is also the circle of fourths if you go in this direction, but in this direction is the fifth. Is the most useful thing you'll probably have to rely upon at this stage in your growth as a saxophone player. So, and then after that, in terms of theory, I gotta tell you, instead of going through all these elementary books, I would go straight to first year conservatory, and I'm not joking, with the Joe Viola. I would say volume 1 and volume 2. This is volume 2. I would recommend 1 and 2 and 3 rhythmic studies, which is the third volume. And in this chord study book, everything is written the same way. It shows the entire chord structure as a triad in a couple octaves, and it goes up the degree using the numbering system all the way up to, I believe, a 13th. So this is everything you need to know, and if you can read all of these notes and go over it very slowly, and over time, I assure you that with Joe Viola you will improve if you invest the time and commitment. And in doing all of that, you get bored, alright? So I think Lenny Niehaus is the way to go when it comes to reading. In my case, I do jazz instructions, so I cannot do it without this, in my opinion, because Lenny Niehaus has basic, intermediate, and advanced. You're learning while you play, which is the fastest way, I believe, to learn. And so you're leveling up when you are able to play the exercises, getting back to the boring part, the scales and the chords, from the daily warm-up exercises by Jackie McLean. This is a great book. I highly recommend it. This will be your testing source. In other words, to test, you have to memorize some of the patterns in here because they are easy to memorize, but your understanding of the chords will be tested, and the scales through these patterns. I think that's the best way. And then for fun, when you're ready to improvise, I would always look at Hal Leonard backing tracks and these Disney solos. For example, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? It's a very easy cover. It won an Academy Award and also a Grammy, but all it is a major scale that starts on the 6th. So if you like what I'm doing, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly do so. Take care.